Joining us today on one of our 14 affiliate stations. We're brought to you proudly each and every day by D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at the movement of corn, beans, and wheat for yesterday. The combination of persistent dry weather in northern Brazil and flooding in the southern Brazilian area, along with China buying an estimated 125 million bushels of U.S. beans last week ahead of President Xi's visit to the U.S. this week, sent bean futures up 35 for the day. Corn futures closed up 13, partially in sympathy with the bean market, but it seems also that as corn reached a new low Friday at 461, the market felt corn was probably overdone on the downside. USDA reported another flash sale overnight of 5.7 million bushels of U.S. corn to Mexico. South Texas generally received 3 inches plus of rain over the last 4 days, just what the country needed as planting season's only about 3 months away. Corpus Christi's public elevator at 8 a.m. closed for Milo trucks until further notice. Timco and the Andersons Houston open weekdays from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For help marketing your grains, trust John Tuggle, Tuggle & Company, Corpus, 361-852-5207, 800-288-4453. That's John Tuggle. We're on the line with Bart Larimore from Jordan Cattle Auction. Bart, how was the sale?
Yes, sir, Larry. Today in Mason we had 751 head. It looked like the cows and bulls were steady from last week, and so were the stalker steers and heifers. Feeder steers and heifers, though, they were a good bit off. 5 to 10 on the steers and 5 to 8 on the heifers. We had some good offerings of cattle, though. We had 3 black steers that weighed 547 and brought $282 a pound, dollaring out $1542. There were 5 really good mixed steers, weighed 572 at $249, dollaring out $1424. And then we had 2 black Angus heifers, weighed 455 at $264. They dollared out $1,201. And then 3 good Angus heifers, also weighing 537 at $236, and they brought $1,267. But we had a good run, and the cattle were good, but those bigger cattle were off a little bit today from last week.
Do you know of anything for Thursday?
Yes, sir. We've got starting at 10 o'clock. We've got featured bull sale for Schaefer Farms from Clarendon, and then Shady Oaks there in Fredericksburg. The Schaefer bulls, there's 32-year-old at big stout registered Angus bulls, and then Shady Oaks has 10 registered Charolais bulls and 5 registered Sim Angus bulls. We'll also have some other guest consigners of Hereford bulls, a few Brahman bulls, some Brangus bulls, and some Red Angus bulls, and that'll be on Cattle USA. If anybody needs to go to our website and get registered for that, they can. We also have about 20 first calf Hereford pairs. We'll sell them right after the bulls, and then there's a truckload of Angus cows that are middle to heavy bred to Angus bulls, and we'll sell them right after that. And then we'll have a really good offering of calves. I think we'll have around 12 to 1,500 for Thursday.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Yes, sir. You can go to our website at jordancattle.com or give us a holler at the office at 325-372-5159.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Neighbor, let's take a look at the meat moves from yesterday. We'll begin with the national pork carcass cutout value, 95 weaker in the morning at 88.46. We reported that the week's pork production, 546.1 million pounds, compared to 564.2 million last week. Neighbor, as we look toward the beef side of the meat equation, we'll look toward the wholesale box price mixed in the morning report. 48-cent drop in the choice, $1.71 increase in the select. USDA reports the output at 514.2 million pounds, down 2.1%. As we look toward cash, we're still operating off last week's figures, which were anywhere, I believe, 2 to 4 lower. Neighbor, there are your meat moves. Neighbor, I'd like to remind you about George Weichel and the good folks at Wholesale Steel, San Antonio Steel. Heavy-duty lifetime warranty on their cattle panel. The standard duty panel also. Heavy-duty and standard duty pasture gates. They're a new Preferred dealer, and they'll beat anybody's prices on the Preferred products. They've got Stay Tight 50 and Stay Tough fencing both. Cattle work in pens. They've got 2 Texas locations. They've got the San Antonio store. Call 210-624-2000 or the Hearn Bryan College Station store, 979-280-6100. Now remember, that Hearn location is off Highway 6 and the San Antonio location is there off Texas 16. They're open Monday through Friday 8 to 5, Fridays and Saturdays 8 to 4. You can find them on the web at wholesalesteel.com. wholesalesteelbcs.com. Of course, that's the San Antonio store. Or wholesalesteelbcs.com. And that's the Bryan College Station Hearn store. Oh, and by the way, tell George Wyckoll that Larry Marble sent you. We're on the line with Sean Geiswhite, Gillespie Livestock, Fredericksburg. Sheep and goats Tuesday, cattle on Wednesday. Sean, what do you see this week being like?
Oh, Larry, it's probably going to be a little lighter on the sheep and goat end. It's pretty soggy around here. And even out west of here, it looks like it's pretty soggy. So I'm thinking somewhere around that 2,000 if we get that on the sheep and goat end. And, it's supposed to clear up Tuesday, so tomorrow. So hopefully we'll catch some cattle. It is our last sale for Thanksgiving. We will be off next week. So sure thinking we'll get somewhere around 1,000, 1,200 on the cattle end. And reminder, we will not have any sales next week. We will be off for Thanksgiving.
Sean, tell everybody how to contact you.
You can reach us at 830-997-4394.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, did you know, combined with the truss department, insulation department, and millworks department, just 3 of the departments there at MG Building Materials, they've got the ability to deliver an entire building package from a single supplier. They are truly your one-stop shop. They have 5 locations around South and Central Texas. Let's count them down right quick. Pleasanton, Kerrville, San Antonio, Corpus Christi, and Uvalde. MG Building Materials, your one-stop shop. MGBuildingMaterials.com. We're on the line with Benny Cox from Producers in Cargyle. It's the night before sale day. What's it looking like, Benny?
When I looked about 2:30, we had 2,250. It's misted around all day. Actually, it hadn't been up to 60 in the last 3 or 4 days around here. We've had a good deal of, not any heavy rains, but moisture. And so I think it's going to be relatively light. We'll most likely be over 3,000. Whether we'll be closer to 4 than to 3, I don't know what the answer would be to that question.
All right. As we move toward Thursday, are we going to see any difference in cattle numbers?
I was surprised to see as many as we had this last Thursday. We had, over 1,000, 1,200 something. Of course, we had advertised the calf special, and that drew some numbers in there. I think it'll be relatively light this week. Of course, I missed it last week as well, but I think we'll have we're going to be closed, all of Thanksgiving week, so people might kind of push for that.
Yeah.
That may be the reason we've caught as many as we have today with all the weather situation like it is, but I think we'll be shy of 1,000.
Tell everybody how to contact you, Benny.
They can call me on my mobile. It's 325-234-4277. The office is the same area code, 653-3371, or they can always look at the web, which is producersandcargyle.com.
Thank you, Benny.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. I'm down on the farm's Larry Marble. We're here at the kitchen table with Stephen from D&D. Stephen, I understand you've got great things going on in your ropes and roping department.
Yes, sir. So, Larry, we carry Prefert, Shoot Help, and WW roping equipment, and we have way too much here. Your listeners can save up to $500 off select roping chutes while supplies last.
Down on the farm, listeners, while supplies last, you get the discount. Give Stephen a call. Stephen, tell everybody how to get a hold of you at D&D.
Just give me a shout at 830-379-7340, extension 160.
We're on the line with Henry Pick at Abilene Livestock. It's Monday evening, looking toward a Tuesday sale day. Henry, what do you see?
Tonight we've got about 425 to 450 total cattle with about 180 cows. We've got several sets of cows that some of them could go back to the country. We've got 45 in one deal, 44 in another, and 18 older cows in another deal. And then we've got several smaller 18 to 20 head ranch deals, steers and heifers mixed. They've had their shots, but they have not been weaned. But looks like we'll probably end up with 800 to 900. It's starting to rain a little bit. Hopefully we'll get the rain, and maybe it won't hurt us too bad on our numbers.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Henry.
Here at the barn, we can be reached at 325-673-7865, and my cell number is 940-733-8208. And also, we're having our goat sale this Saturday, the 18th, sheep and goat sale, the 18th.
And then we won't have sales next week.
And we will not have a sale the week of Thanksgiving.
All right. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm on the line with Stephen. He's in the outside sales department at D&D. Stephen, when I look out there, I see lots of deer blinds and feeders. Talk to us about them.
Larry, now is the time to get a blind or a feeder from us here. We carry All Seasons, Lamco, The Judge. We also carry Atascosa and T-Box deer blinds.
Tell everybody how to contact you at D&D.
You can reach us here at 830-379-7340, extension 260.
We're on the line with Jim Wheeler, Atascosa Livestock, Pleasanton, Texas. Jim, how's the sale shaping up?
It was very slow around there yesterday, and today we've gathered about 120 head so far. Probably 20, 25 cows, palpate 8 or 10 of them in the morning. We did have miss Sunday and Monday both today, so quality of calves is good. Hopefully by sale times we'll make 150, 175 head anyway. It is supposed to be clear now, they say, for the rest of the week. So,
okay. Well,
and we will not have a sale next week. We will be closed for Thanksgiving.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Reach us at 830-569-2516.
We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, don't forget about the 23rd Annual Bull and Select Female Sale coming up Friday, December the 1st, 2023, 1 p.m. in Hallettsville. 195 top-notch cattle selling, 70 coming 2-year-old bulls, 45 yearling bulls, 80 females, springs, breds, open Angus heifers, pairs, commercial Brangus heifers, pens of 3 and 6. Call for a sale book. Contact Mark Yannick, 361-798-6558. That's J-Bar Angus, leading supplier of Angus genetics in South Texas, 361-798-6558. We're on the line with Riley Rhodes, Live Oak Livestock, Three Rivers. Riley, how'd the sale go?
It turned out good, Larry, a little better anticipated after such a rough week on the futures market last week. And like we talked, we got some good rains here locally and down south, so kind of shut down the volume a little bit. Ended up with 1,002 heads a day. Pairs, just a handful of them, split most of them. They're bringing 950 up to 1,600. A handful of bred cows, 900 up to 1,400. Packer cows are pretty much steady money, 96 to $1.04 on your high yielding cows, 94 to $1 on your breakers. Canners 56 to 82. Steady money on the bulls, 112 to 118 on your high yielding bulls, 94 to $1.12 on your low to medium yielding bulls. Calf market, probably, I guess 4 to 8 cheaper, kind of on an average. Some cattle not as much. Some of the little lighter cattle, 2-weight cattle, maybe a little more, and then maybe some of the bigger 8-weight cattle, were off about that. But overall, a little bit cheaper tone than last week. 252 to 288 on your 2 to 3 weight choice steers. Heifer mates 242 to 274. 3 to 4 weight choice steers 250 to 284. Heifer mates 226 to 268. 4 to 5 weight choice steers 242 to 284. Heifer mates 218 to 266. 5 to 6 weight choice steers 224 to 262. Heifer mates 212 to 240. 6 to 7 weight choice steers 210 to 236. Heifer mates 196 to 208. 7 to 8 weight choice steers 206 to 226, and heifer mates 192 to 206. So I was pleased with it. Got along pretty good. I wasn't really knowing what to expect after such a down week in the futures market last week, but got along good.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you for next week, or we won't have a sale next week, will we?
No, we will.
We will on Monday?
We're open both sides of Thanksgiving. We'll be open this coming Monday, and we'll be open the Monday after Thanksgiving. So we'll be going straight through. And phone number, cell number is 361-813-6650. The office 361-786-2553. Webpage liveoaklivestock.com.
Riley, thank you so much.
Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye. Hey, neighbor, we're here with Tracy Phillips of Homestead and Ranch Real Estate. They specialize in Texas farms and ranches and custom homes on acreage. Tell us about the ranch at Maynard Creek.
I would love to share. This 277-acre ag-exempt ranch offers live water, which is still flowing in this drought, plentiful wildlife, and picturesque views, and is located only 17 miles west of Junction.
How about water and electricity?
It does have electricity already brought into the property, as well as a well that has already been drilled with a 250-gallon storage tank.
What about wildlife?
There's an abundance of wildlife on this property, including axis, trophy-sized whitetail, aoudad, black buck, dove, turkey, just about everything you can imagine for the area.
Well, it sounds like a western hill country property that's perfect for hunters, the natural enthusiast, or someone just wanting to build their home in rural Texas. How can people get in touch with you, Tracy?
Well, that's pretty easy. They can call me directly at 512-393-9999. 888-883-9996, and I will definitely return your call within 24 hours, or they can visit our website at homesteadandranch.com.
Tracy, thanks for being on Down on the Farm.
Thank you, and you have a great day.
Neighbor, let's take a shorter look at the grains, courtesy of John Tuggle. Milo through Corpus in November, D's plus 110, 1049, Progresso 950. Yellow corn to Corpus 517 and a quarter. We'll call Progresso 582 and a quarter. Houston wheat 671 and a half. Placido beans 1292. Texas cotton 72.73. Average price across 889 bale. I'm Larry Marble, your neighbor. Neighbor, thanks for listening to Down on the Farm Radio.